Hey guys, so I haven't vlogged in a really long time, or at least I think the last video I tried to make, which I was really happy about because it was going to show you pictures of my trip. iMovie is weird for me. I don't really know why. But anyway, so I am halfway through my last semester of my first year of college now, and I was home last week. For reading week, which is basically Trinity's way of splitting up the semester because we don't really have like a fall break and we don't really have a spring break. So basically what I have is there's like a few weeks of classes left. My last class is April 4th, and then I have basically 3 weeks called Trinity term where I study for all my exams that start at the very end of April and go until who knows when in May. My schedule hasn't been released yet, and I would really like to know when they are because I'm inwardly really want to know so I can plan and so I can start figuring out what I have to study and when I have to study it. But none of this is connecting right now because they don't release for a while. So basically last week I skipped lecture 2 Fridays ago now. YOLO, first lecture I've skipped ever in my college career. So I skipped the lecture so I could get up at 5 a.m. and then leave at 5:45 so I could go to the airport. And then I got back in America around noon and took a while to get luggage, but then I was home and it was great. And then the weekend weather was absolutely lovely. My dad made sea creature waffles on a waffle maker that makes waffles shaped like dolphins and seahorses and assorted wonderful things. And then I also got to see Joe over the weekend, which was really nice. And on Sunday we went to the art museum. It was gorgeous weather, and we went down Boathouse Row, and it was all around Philadelphia. And it was so nice because it was sunny and beautiful and whatever. It was a great time. And then I spent most of the rest of my time relaxing, kind of reading for my classes, which is what reading week is supposed to be. And then Thursday night, I went to Newark Airport and flew home. And I arrived ridiculously early this past Friday morning, 6:30 a.m. to be exact. And once I got back to my apartment at 9, I just fell asleep for the next 4 hours because it was tiring and I didn't sleep on the plane really, which I normally do. But the rest of the weekend has just been catching up on the other work I didn't do over break. And then I have 2 essays before I'm completely done with everything. One's due in 2 weeks, and then the other one's due at the very end of March. So I'm not too worried yet, but they're both for my Irish history classes, so I'm kind of kicking myself for taking Irish history because it's kind of really confusing. And I don't understand how the Irish spell things. Rory in Irish has a D in it. I don't know where that D comes from or why, but thankfully I'm slogging through it. And then, other than that, the next fabulous thing that happens is Hall Ball, which is at the end of the year. End of the year is kind of like nowish because then we have the Trinity term, then exams. So all the end of year fun things are happening. So we have things like Hall Ball, which is when everyone gets dressed up. The guys wear tuxes, the girls wear long dresses. We go to some fancy hotel and there's champagne and all this fun stuff. That'll be really fun with all my roommates. And that's after my first essay's due, so it's kind of a nice little celebration, I suppose. Beyond that, I don't have a lot going on. I run in the mornings. I got a great yoga mat, which, let me show you real quick. Folds up to the size of a newspaper. It's the best yoga mat ever. And I got to pick the colors for it because I used a Kickstarter campaign. So it was fabulous. Just gonna put that there for now. So I do yoga still on my own. That's kind of it for me. This week, on Thursday night, actually, I might see Alicia Soust, which in high school, like, we knew each other and we were always on, like, the same periphery friend group, so we were never, like, BFFs. But she had asked me before Christmas or something if I wanted to go out one night with her. And I was super busy, so that didn't happen. So one of her friends is hosting a comedy night to benefit a charity, so I might go to that, see how she's doing over at UCD, which really isn't that far from me at all. But that'll be kind of cool. I hope it's not awkward because Alicia and I really didn't talk in high school that much. But it'll be cool. Anyway, that's my life right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna go study for economics, and I will be doing some yoga later, but that's about it. Hope you all have a fabulous week, and I hope this video uploads.